Who knows more when it comes to music? The composer? The performer? The audience? It's a question I've been obsessed with for a while. Dance music's all about making people feel good. And if the audience could control the music, maybe we'd learn something. Perhaps we could use that data to make the ultimate floor filler. That data could help to compose some epic tunes that I think people would universally enjoy. I blogged about my quest, and thus the democratic dance music experiment was born. Time to enlist some fellow hackers on my musical journey. Adam, Rob and Emmy, the Dance for Science Alliance. First up, my crude analysis of commercial dance tracks with a wide appeal. Yep, spreadsheets. The most popular tracks were slower than I thought, between 125 and 129 beats per minute. I also collected data on the kinds of sounds and song structures common to the most popular tracks. Among other things, these songs all have a theme, a build, and a drop. So I composed some tunes based on my analysis. These tunes go to Adam. His programme will play a specific piece of each track. Which piece depends on commands sent by Rob's machine. Now, Rob's computer should let dancers press a button on their mobile screen to control the music. When 80% of the audience press a button on their phone screen, a command goes to Adam's machine to trigger the drop, or introduce the bass in more formal language. Emmy is working on a generative visual display based on the output from Adam's computer. It's a mammoth undertaking. It's going to be amazing. But there's a lot that could go wrong. A few weeks in, and we're checking out the space. Turns out the Science Museum has a rather spiffing sound system. Techies David and John hook us up whilst we each work on our respective areas. And before we know it, the event is upon us. Word has got out about our little experiment, and attendance is nearly a third higher than usual. There's clearly something about my idea that strikes a chord.
You have a sort of narrow band within which you want to keep your listeners. When people know that the drop is going to happen, that would be more pleasurable than when they don't know. Raising their level of arousal and then subsequently bringing them back down to a kind of homely, warm, homely feeling where they feel that their expectations have been confirmed.
And expectations are high. A month's solid work, and we still haven't had a chance to fully test our 6-computered, 8-handed hack.
It's 40 minutes to go. We are trying to finish all of the coding, all of the cutting up of the pieces and everything before the public come in and start experimenting with us. I'm actually terrified, and I'm also really super excited at the same time. Just have to hope everything's working.
Time to load our audience. We're asking them to connect to our network and keep a finger pressed on their smartphone screen. We'll track the motion sensor on their phone, and from that, derive the wiggle index. People will be able to control the music when the drop button becomes available. But, oh no.
I think we've actually got more than 8 people participating.
I sense a tiny problem with our system.
The Wi-Fi is being broadcast from the laptop, and when people are trying to join, it's sort of everyone's kicking each other off, and it seems to be capping out at about 8. It even kicked off our laptop here that's running on the screens.
If you can't get online, don't worry, we're sorting it out. Okay, we've done our first session. Our Wi-Fi fell over, predictably enough. I mean, when you're working with so many different things and there's not enough time to get those redundancies checked out, things are bound to go wrong.
But the show must go on. It's not my first time on one of these stages, and we're actually 80% working. I have a contingency plan, manual measurement. So essentially, we're now doing what DJs do, reading signals from the crowd, albeit more overtly. Everything else works, the visuals look great, and the crowd seem to like the music.
Every time we do a project that's something that's never been done before, we realise, like halfway through, oh, there's a reason why no one has ever done this until now, because it's so difficult. But people are still really getting into it, and we're getting usable data, which is what we were after anyway, so I'm pretty pleased.
On the night, maybe we couldn't do the actual mobile phone things, but we've still got some useful research, and we're going to try
Much of that useful research is how to make this work better for next time. Essentially, we beta tested in public. We are optimistic that we can find the elusive wiggle index, so we're planning on giving the Dance for Science Alliance another outing. After all, we can't keep this guy waiting forever.